of MHS, and I have to say it is wonderful to see everybody out there in our great community. Now, normally, as if there is such thing as normally, this is the time of year where we all gather in the MHS suite. We have a catered reception. Everybody gets a glass of champagne and a bag of Skinny Pop, and we all celebrate each other, and we meet each other's parents, and we meet each other's younger siblings who have been dragged to this godforsaken graduation. And we kind of see the framework of where everybody came from. And the beautiful part of graduation is you see your amazing students, and you also see just how great it is that they come from such fantastic, supportive, loving families and backgrounds and contexts. And we don't exactly have that this year, right? We're on this Zoom thing, which is great, right? I mean, it's great that we have this technology. Imagine if this was like the bubonic plague, where we'd be going through a pandemic and we'd all just be staring at the wall or something like that. So it's good that we went through a pandemic where we happen to have this technology. But at the same time, we don't get that same group feeling of being all in a group. And so the two things I want to say as we start off the program today is that we are powerfully part of a community. And sometimes it feels that way when we get together on Zoom. Sometimes you recognize it in less obvious ways. It's not like we're all right now in the MHS suite hearing the barflies play music. That's all coming back, I promise. But in the meantime, we're part of a community. You're part of the community of scholars who are coming up through the ranks of MHS, our amazing graduates, our undergrad graduates, our master's student graduates. You're now joining a lifetime community of people who have gone through our program and really gone on to address some of the most pressing issues about culture, health, medicine, society, and politics. And it's never really been more urgent. And so as we start today's graduation, I just want us all to feel that community. And so what I'm going to ask everybody to do on this call is to unmute for 30 seconds. And I want everybody just to say how they're feeling right now at this moment of graduation. What does it feel like to be graduating yourself? What does it feel like to be watching your child graduate? But let's feel our community. Imagine that we're all in a cocktail party room. Now, I realize for some parents out there who are not used to being on Zoom, it's important that I tell you to unmute, but then remute 30 seconds from now. So why don't we all unmute for 30 seconds? 1, 2, 3, go, and let's feel our community. How's everybody feeling about graduation? So 1, 2, 3, everybody start talking.
50 and a 50 and a 50.
Very excited.
Ready
for everyone.
50 and a 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 50 and
Well, all right. That was awesome. Thank you, everybody. We learned some great details, but this is our community. This is really where we are. We're still all out there. We're still all supporting each other, and that's what we're celebrating. And I think it's also important to note, not only are we part of a terrific community, but we are also celebrating so many great achievements. You'll see just a small snapshot during the program today of all the accomplishments. But we've got students who are graduating and going to medical school, to public health school, into the world of health econ, health finance. Some people are rightly, as I would like to do, taking off some time to find themselves. So many great stories of really working so hard. And what we're celebrating is what it took to get to this point for undergrads, for master's students. So much work, so much dedication came into this point where you're graduating, and it's such a remarkable achievement, such a remarkable accomplishment in any time, but particularly now, particularly during this very challenging year where all we need is resilience and community. And it really took, I mean, think of all the things that you thought you were going to need to get through your education, and then think about like what it actually took, which is sticking with it in some really challenging times. And so this is a remarkable achievement, a remarkable accomplishment. And I also want to highlight that it's a very important moment to be also graduating from medicine, health, and society. Now, for 10 years, illness. We've been saying at these graduations, Professor Petty gives the same lecture every year. No, I'm just kidding. I give the same lecture every year. But basically every year I say, what we do in MHS is we study how health and illness are not just clear-cut biological categories. It's not like I have health and then I have illness and that's a chemical thing. It's also that health and illness are social, political, ideological. They're linked to social justice, to race, to inequity. They're linked to all these bigger factors. And that's the importance of medicine, health, and society, is that we emphasize how health and illness are situated within social, historical, political contexts. And think of just in the last year and a half, how many things have come up to emphasize that point. Everything from, of course, the pandemic, the protests about social justice, awareness of inequity and structural racism, the economics of health, globalization, health in the world, all these factors. And so you, the students who are graduating now, are coming with really the best we can give you, which is a way not to answer these questions. Honestly, as professors, we wish we could answer these questions. We wish we could send you forth into a world that was maybe a little bit more predictable. But what we're doing is we're sending you forth into the world with the skills to recognize the importance of health in the face of illness, but also with the critical machinery to understand how to study that, how to understand it, how to address it. And so in a way, you guys are graduating as our hope for tomorrow, to really go out in the world and really understand the relationships between medicine, health, and society, and really lead us into the new iteration of what comes next after this momentous time. And so that is the beginning of your journey. And I just want to say again, just a million congratulations. Now we have a very good full program that we're going to do over the next hour. And so we're going to start off with a little bit of music. And again, I'll just repeat for people who are just joining, if you possibly can, keep your video on, just because we want to see everybody, because it's such an important time to be supporting and listening and looking at each other. But again, understand if that's not possible. I'm now going to introduce Professor Bayag, who's going to then introduce our musical expert here. So Dominique, take us away.
Yes. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome. And again, a huge congratulations. We're very excited to be able to welcome you, starting off with a wonderful harpist whose name is Lily Stewart, who's going to play a piece by George Handel. She'll be playing, it's the harp concerto in B flat major, and she'll be playing the first and second movements. She's a junior in the pre-college Blair School of Music program. So Lily, we'd like to invite you to unmute yourself and show your screen and play again for us in this second year.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me here. As she said, I'll be playing 2 movements, so there will be a gap between the 2. So don't fear. It's not your internet messed up. It's intentional. Thank you.
Wonderful. Everybody cheer. That was so
Thank you
beautiful
very
and
much.
peaceful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Now, thank you, Lily. Just so lovely to hear you play. You're so talented. And like, what was I doing in high school, honestly? So incredible, incredible, incredible. I will now pass the floor to Professor Picard. Danny, take us away.
Hello, everyone. The faculty of MHS and I have created a video with some words of wisdom that we'd like to share with you. So without further ado, let me share my screen.
MHS students, it's Professor Metzel. I just wanted to tell you on behalf of myself and everyone at MHS, congratulations. We are so, so, so proud of you. What a crazy, topsy-turvy year, but hopefully you can see that the study of the politics of medicine, health, and society and the ways that health and illness are shaped by larger social forces has never been more apparent. I know this wasn't the senior year that many of you were bargaining for, but hopefully over the course of this year, you've learned new skills, new analytics, new frameworks that will help you address the urgent questions of the moment. How can we emerge stronger and better out of a pandemic? How can we address social inequity and social justice? How can we really come together as a society and really work toward common shared goals and shared futures in a way that I think this pandemic has made very, very clear should not be taken for granted. And so in a way, you guys have been so amazing, and just so much thought and energy and resilience and brilliance has gone into getting you to this point. And we really look forward to seeing what you do with this great education and how you solve the world's problems going forward. So congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
Hey there, MHS graduates. It's writer in residence Odie Lindsay. Like most people, I neither support nor believe in graduation, and I'm fairly certain that college doesn't exist. And yet, if I were going to get on board, this would be the year. You guys have done such tremendous and inspired work, and it really has been a gift to be a part of your process. So congratulations to you. We cannot wait to hear what's next, and take good care.
Hey, MHS seniors, congratulations. Congratulations for all your many accomplishments and achievements, and for getting through 2 historic semesters, at least partially on Zoom. We're just so proud of you. And I also just wanted to thank the MHS students that I got to know this year. I wish I had gotten to know all of you, but you really made teaching under these very difficult circumstances just so pleasurable and so stimulating. I've learned so much from watching you grow and learning about your research interests and future aims. So don't be shy. Keep in touch with us. We're here for, for whenever you need us. Let us know what you're up to next. And yeah, let's celebrate.
I wish you all the best. Please stay in touch.
Hi, class of 2021. I am so proud of all of you, and I've been so impressed by how you have handled the past year, both intellectually and socially. I have been blown away by the final projects that students have done this year. Course papers, theses, practicum reports. They have been some of the best that I've seen during my time at Vanderbilt. And I've even been more impressed by how well you all have supported each other and the grace that you've shown both faculty and staff during the past year. And I want to recognize that some of you may feel like you haven't excelled in the past year and that you are limping across the finish line, and that's fine. So are we. That's okay. But you made it, and you should be proud of yourself. I know I am. I'm so proud of all the work that you've done over the past few years, and just excited to see what you're going to do next.
Congratulations, grads. We at MHS truly could not be more proud of all of the amazing work that you have done in this exceptionally difficult and challenging year. And not only have we gotten to see y'all rise to the challenges presented by pandemic, but we've also had the pleasure and the thrill of seeing you do uniquely important work that responds to the conditions that we have all been confronting together since last spring. And that's just something that is so amazing and so special for all of us who are your teachers and mentors and advisors to get to be a part of, and something that I hope you all feel especially proud of. I also want to say a special thanks to all the parents and family members and friends and other loved ones who helped support our grads and our students over the course of this really unusual and, again, really challenging year. We couldn't have done any of this without all of y'all either. We are, of course, incredibly sad not to be able to celebrate with you all in person, but so happy and thrilled to get to wish you on your way. The world really needs you all right now, and I hope you feel and appreciate just how much you all have to offer at this particular moment, especially. But for now, I hope you have the chance to celebrate and relax and get some sleep. And please keep in touch. We're going to miss you a lot. We love hearing from you and learning about what you get up to. And we hope to see you all again really soon. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Professor Amy Hamrai, and I'm here to wish the class of 2021 all the best. It has been such an honor to watch all of you grow your interests and curiosities these last 4 years. You have lived through so many worlds and really been through a lot. And you got through all of this with creativity, with perseverance, kindness, and a commitment to community, to staying connected across long distances. I'm so proud of you and can't wait to see what you do next. Best.
You freaking did it. Congratulations.
I raise a toast to you all and wish you the best going forward. Keep in touch with us and please let us share in your future successes. Congratulations, MHS seniors. Congratulations.
Congratulations, MHS seniors and graduate students. I know it wasn't an easy journey to get here, but we are so very proud of you for all the things that you've accomplished over your time here at Vanderbilt. I hope that wherever life takes you next, you find places where you can use your talents and skills to make your community stronger. Congratulations on your graduation. And as everyone else has already said, keep in touch with us.
All right. Thank you so much, Danny, and thank you, everybody. And I just want to also thank, so Danny worked really hard on the video. Rack Olivia are with us now, so we can get the party started. I just want to thank April and Marissa, who worked really hard on pulling this all together, and also to Kurt and Marilyn Metzel, who figured out the Zoom and are now joining us. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a couple of special guests who are going to say special words also to the graduates. I'm honored to introduce our friend of MHS, Dr. David Aronoff. This has been a very, very challenging year for many people, but particularly people who are working in the medical field. Dr. Aronoff is the head of infectious disease and has really been leading the charge over at Vanderbilt Hospital to really help us strategize, think about not just the pandemic, but what the pandemic means for the world, for society, for Vanderbilt, for the future. So I thought it'd be great to have Dave say a few words to the graduates just about the pandemic and what it means and how we go forward. So Dave, take it away.
Great, thanks. Can you hear me okay? We're good? All right. Thank you, Professor Metzel. I really am so appreciative. I prepared a few notes. This will be very brief, but if you catch me glancing down, that's why. I really want to get this right. It's such a special day, and I'm truly honored to be able to say congratulations. But today's not just about congratulations, which are obviously really well-deserved, but also many thank yous. And I have to say, I'm really so thankful to see all of you graduating from the MHS program. It honestly brings me a lot of hope. As you've heard, the world has never needed more talented problem solvers who reside at the intersection of medicine, health, and society than we need right now. And this has been so compellingly revealed through the COVID-19 pandemic. And I think it's clear that the somewhat brief history of this pandemic has already revealed major challenges in things like preparedness, global diplomacy, politics, our trust in science, and really strikingly, as you know, health disparities and health equity. And it's hard for me to think that we could have imagined a time when just asking people to wear a simple cloth face covering would spark such animus, largely along political affiliations. COVID-19 has also revealed numerous fault lines in the US healthcare system, which, to paraphrase the late news anchor Walter Cronkite, is neither healthy, caring, nor a system. But the best thing that we can all do to prepare for the next pandemic is to improve the health of our society. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done, particularly to eliminate disparities and promote equity. And I see you as really the best positioned people to be able to do this. You see the entire chessboard. You understand the complex interwoven connectivity of all of the elements that impact both positively and negatively population health. I have never been more proud to be affiliated with the Medicine, Health, and Society program than I am right now today. And I want you to know how thankful I am, not just for the you right now, today, but for the you of tomorrow, who I know is going to be making a really necessary positive impact on our world. Again, congratulations. I need you to help me get people vaccinated, and I'll stop there. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, David. Such important words. We're now going to hear from MHS master's student Lauren Elkan. We have students come to MHS in at different points in their life, and Lauren actually is an incredible student. She was a stellar rock star student in college, and then she actually went out, and believe it or not, this is terrifying, she went into the real world. Now, don't worry about it. It's out there. Don't worry about that till tomorrow. But Lauren was out in the real world, and then she came back. She was working in technology and health tech and infrastructure, and she's done the MHS master's program doing all this incredible work. And then she's going to take the master's program, and then no pressure, but she's going back out into the real world. And Lauren has really had an incredible year TAing, taking classes, thinking, doing all these great work. So I thought it'd be great to have Lauren say a few words about what it means for what this moment means from her perspective as well. So Lauren, take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Metzel. As Dr. Metzel mentioned, he asked me to speak and share some of what MHS means to me and how it has shaped my path forward. While that's hard to sum up in a few minutes, as MHS has allowed me to change my career and critical thinking in numerous and immense ways, I think there are a few common themes that we have all, as a cohort, undergraduate and graduate alike, been lucky enough to experience in the department. And I think, that really starts with MHS has provided us a cultural and systematic lens to critically analyze and interpret the world of health around us. Be it at the individual or community level, or even the public or private sector. Either way, it is the tools and values of MHS that have armed us with a framework to critically address inequities and problems. It's the dynamic nature of MHS that has allowed us to all leverage the program to fit our individual career goals. I was able to do classes and research which aided in the pursuit of my own interests of approaching healthcare via the private sector. But MHS also gave me the mindset and tools to step back from only looking at the problems in the traditional business sense, and also begin to think about them with an interdisciplinary policy and cultural analysis kind of focus. MHS also enabled us the opportunity to learn and work alongside our cohort and professors whom are each pursuing healthcare differently, whether it be through clinical medicine, providing different perspectives that way, policy or academia. We all hope to address and solve the same problems. And therefore, we're provided with different perspectives and insights into these topics and inequities. As we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic has forever changed healthcare, and it is becoming ever more apparent that health can no longer be addressed in silos and/or symptomatically. The world is changing, and the health landscape will require all professionals in the field to approach the problems they face with a holistic lens, which MHS has enabled us to learn and be a part of. We've been magnificently prepared for this new wave of how the world approaches health. So congratulations to all graduates, and I could not be more excited to see what you all achieve. And I look forward to crossing paths in the future as we all continue to attempt to solve some of these big, scary, but exciting problems. So thank y'all.
Thank you so much, Lauren. That was wonderful. And I have to say, Lauren Elkan is a perfect example of the really symbiotic nature of education, right? I mean, like, you know, Lauren, I'm Lauren's advisor for this year, and I've learned so much from you about just different ways to think about categories of health. Lauren brought in all these amazing people from the health technology world who view health and illness totally different than I think I could have imagined, thinking about how algorithms might help keep us safe from the next pandemic or solve social inequities and stuff like that. And so it's really great to see the bi-directional nature of education, and that's a perfect example. I will now pass the floor over to Professor Julie Petty, Assistant Director of MHS, who is going to be the MC for the next bit and do a really cool part, which is awards. Go get them, Julie.
All right, hi everyone, welcome. So now each year we give a set of awards to students based on academic achievement, writing, as well as community service. So we're going to get started with those. Marissa, can you pull up the slides? Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and get going so we don't run behind. Can you go to the next slide? All right, so I want to turn it over to Professor Courtney Peterson, who's our Director of Advising, who will announce the Top Scholar Award.
Hi, everyone. Congratulations to you all. So the Top Scholar Award is something that we give every year that is awarded to the graduating senior, or in this case, seniors, in the College of Arts and Science, majoring in MHS, who have the highest grade point average. And this is the first year we've actually had a 5-way tie. So Ann Dow, Skylar Labarge, Katie Radulavaki, Michaela Roof, and Priya Sankaran are all our top scholars for the 2020-2021 year. So congratulations to all of you. So the next award is the Beyond Boundaries Award. This is an award that recognizes students who have, as it says, has gone above and beyond the classroom in applying what they've learned through their MHS education to the larger community. This could be the Vanderbilt community, the Nashville community, the global community. And so this year we have 2 winners and a runner-up. Iris Kim is a senior who established Move Mental, which is an organization to address Asian American mental health at Vanderbilt. She also worked with refugee populations at Shalom Health Clinic, and her work was to understand the intersection of culture and access to mental health care. Logan Prock, also a senior, worked in an established shelter to provide medical care for the homeless during the COVID-19 pandemic in order to prevent overwhelming local hospitals with cases. So really put herself in harm's way. She established training protocols for onboarding staff and defined best practices for medication distribution that was adopted by 5 sister shelters. So a lot of work there. Our runner-up, Emma Dayhill, is a director of philanthropy for her student organization who worked to support the efforts of the Ronald McDonald House. The Ronald McDonald House helps families of children being treated at the Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital by providing a place to stay. And Emma organized meals and help around the house for those families staying at the Ronald McDonald House. She also worked with various campus organizations and projects that allowed her to apply her MHS education to international challenges. So congratulations to all of our Beyond Boundaries Award winners.
Okay, great. Thank you, Courtney. Next, we have the Writing Awards, which I think Professor Amy Hamrai is going to announce.
Hello, everyone. It's my honor to announce the Writing Awards. Every year we ask Vanderbilt MHS faculty to nominate the best papers from their courses. And we're really looking for the papers that show what an MHS lens can do for analyzing very pressing issues in the world. And so we have 2 paper winners this year. If we could go to the next slide, please. Our first winner is Georgia Brown, who wrote an amazing paper called COVID-19 as a Consequence of Post 9/11 National Security Priorities and Paradigms. And this was a paper that looked at the way that choices that the United States had made about national security and how infectious diseases figure into that, and also how we talk about security problems led to the severity of the COVID-19 pandemic. And Georgia was drawing on a lot of frameworks from Professor McLeish's course. And our second winner is Judy Min, who wrote a literary paper called Clinical Terminology, Colloquial Language, and the Context of Institutionalized Oppression in Literary Works by Gail Jones and Molly McCulley Brown. And this was a paper that looked at the way that medical language and concepts were coming up in literary works and also being critiqued and deconstructed in them. So congratulations to our 2 paper award winners.
Thank you, Amy. See our next slide. Oh, we'd like to recognize our graduating student worker, Mira Vivret, who is also my advisee and will be joining the MHS Master's Program next year. So I'm happy that we don't have to say goodbye, but Amira has been working with us since her first year at Vanderbilt and has just really helped support the MHS department. Thank you, Amira. And next, I'll turn it over to Dominique Behad, who will discuss the honors program.
Thanks, Julie. So the honors program is typically run in the senior year for MHS students. It's a selective 2-semester program in which students develop their own research project and work on that project under the supervision of an MHS faculty member usually, or some affiliated MHS faculty from other departments in the medical school. So it's really the first major piece of independent work that students engage in. And we've had this year, I think, the largest cohort ever of 17 students. So if we could go to the next slide. Here we have some lovely pictures so you can see everyone who participated in this really very in-depth process, and most students doing firsthand field work for their projects of various kinds, qualitative, quantitative, discourse analysis of existing data sets. And so I won't read all the titles out, but we did really just want to recognize the students. So Ese Akilwe, Lauren Bauer, Carolyn Carlson, Aditi Dipek, Lauren Gaither, Becky Holenberg, Caitlin Joshua, Lindsay Mosca, Zoe Multrain, Abhi Nathan, Lauren Ruby, Lena Schwartz, and Mong Zhang, just really doing really top-notch work. Been such a pleasure to work with them as well throughout the year. So each year also, we ask faculty to nominate when they feel that one of these theses deserve a high honors designation. And that then goes to a committee that makes a decision. So again, this year, larger numbers than usual. So for the next slide, we'd like to recognize our high honors students who will be graduating with high honors. And that will be Nicole Davies, Iris Kim, Jessica Klein, and Noah Stanton. And again, I won't go into detail on their projects, but you can clearly see here that both the honors students and the high honors students have also dove deeply into the question of COVID and pandemic life and how that's been affecting us. So that's really been at the forefront of considerable amount of research that our students have been doing. So congratulations.
Great, thank you, Dominique. I think, Courtney, would you like to announce the graduating members of our Student Advisory Board?
Absolutely. These are members of our Student Advisory Board, and it's made up of juniors and seniors who help us kind of expand our reach as faculty members and students to collaborate on different activities. They're involved when we do have programming and conferences. They give us ideas about how to better reach students, what students are interested in, what problems students are having. And so our graduating seniors this year are Alina Bobby, Emma Dayhill, Valerie Kraft, Skylar Labarge, and Amira Vivret.
Great, thank you. Okay, as Jonathan mentioned before, Medicine, Health, and Society also has a master's degree program. And we have a group of students who are graduating in May, another set who are graduating in August, who have really done a phenomenal job this year. This is a one-year master's program. So that some of these students have managed to do amazing research completely on Zoom without meeting in person with faculty members. It's really, really remarkable. So I'd like to recognize them all by name. I think most of them are here. Lila Azari, who did a wonderful practicum on structural competency. Whit Fesmeyer, whose master's thesis on COVID-19 and SARS was really exceptional. Rachel Gross, who did a master's thesis on training medical students in structural competency and food insecurity. Ryan Hale, who's also did a thesis related to COVID-19. And we have Natalie Jones, who did a practicum on social isolation in the elderly, partly during the COVID-19 pandemic. Andre Mentz, who's also a film studies minor and did an amazing video about playing football during the pandemic. And finally, Madison Noel, who did a really exceptional practicum project on how to do interdisciplinary research in neuroscience and psychology. So just congratulations to all of you. And we will miss you so much and are just so impressed with the work that you've done this year.
All right, thank you. Now we have 3 more things that are going to come our way, so nobody go anywhere. We have an action-packed 10 minutes left here. But first, I just want everybody to unmute and celebrate all graduates for 30 seconds. So everybody please unmute. And let's hear it for our amazing, amazing graduates. Parents, students, everybody, let's cheer. Unmute. 1, 2, 3, go. Woo! Yay!
Excellent.
All right, great. Next, we will have some quick check-ins on the spot. So, Rocklivia, how are you guys feeling today?
We're feeling hyped, Dr. Metzel. Very
All right, give us the word. What are you guys going to do this summer?
We are going to enjoy our last few months as roommates and then move on. I'm writing my thesis.
All right, you got it. And Hanan, are you still out there? I wanted to celebrate. Tell me if you come back. All right. And now we are going to have a few more check-ins. But before we do that, we are now going to have our next amazing speaker, which is our rock star writer in residence, Caroline Randall Williams, poet to the stars, who is going to read a poem to our graduates. So Caroline, take us away.
All right. This poem is called Sustainable, I'm going to not read that one. I'm going to read a poem called What's Left There that I wrote at the beginning of the pandemic, and I think it's a good wish for the future for all of you. What's left there? After we divide what we want, from what we can't survive the lack of. I mean, flip it. After we divide the desire from the need, the milk from the dark chocolate, the top shelf spirit from the buzz in the head, then, yes, then we are getting somewhere. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, sometime, somewhere, folks was in danger, and there wasn't enough to live by. And then sometime, everywhere, some folks wanted to get safe and stay safe and be well. And then some folks, sometime, somewhere, they said, make a plan. They said, be ready. They said, name your needs and hunt. They said, plant your seeds and strive. And hey, ever after, some folks ever after, they lived. And that's a good story because it's true, because we live it. Divide desire, that fresh loaf from the need, what's wholesome, froze. I mean, flip it. Divide what we want, the first choice egg, from what we need, what's still on the shelf, and we know we chose once. Girl, yes, I said, name your needs. Here, I'll name mine. A drink, a lift, a split in the day, and hunt. Here, yes, in the back, it's red and not gin, but will do. And oh, I did buy it once and think it was love. The bottle, not the boy. Plant your seeds and strive. Well, I say, there is a little hope in all of this, and I will sow it here in my some folks' cup, sanctified with this cupboard wine, tremble in gratitude at what the will to live looks like in my house these days. And so grateful, I say, we will drink the wine and we will eat what's left there, and our past will sure sustain us. You guys are the future. You're our big hope. We're so proud of you. I'm so grateful to get to share words with you at the end of this seismic day in your lives.
Caroline, thank you. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, as we head toward the finish of our program here, I'm going to call on a few random people, and then we're going to do another group exercise. So first, Selena, what do you have to say to the graduates? Professor Callahan Kapoor.
You know, I'm just reeling from Caroline's poem, and I would say I'm just thinking that we've got to plant some seeds. That's what I'm thinking.
Wonderful. Marissa Potts, MHS Administrator, take us away. What are your thoughts today?
I am just so proud of all of y'all. It's amazing. I started with y'all about 3 years ago, so I've seen all of you as sophomores grow to now seniors. We're so proud of you, and it's just incredible. Great job, guys.
Iris Kim, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm very happy to be an MHS graduate, actually. So thank you guys for this whole thing and just for the past 4 years.
Wonderful. A few more quickly. Ryan Hale, what's the word?
Yeah, I'm just so excited for graduation, and I'm excited to be a double door.
All right, door us away. Claudia, what's the word with you?
I'm doing great. So happy to see so many familiar faces. So grateful for this community.
Great. Two more quickly. Amira, what's your favorite snack food?
Skinny Pop, always.
All right. And Whit, how are you feeling today, Whit?
So good and so free.
All right. So now we're going to have everybody unmute for 30 more seconds. Everybody, what are your plans for the future? Let's say some words for the future. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Where are you headed this summer? What are you doing next year? 1, 2, 3, go.
MHS
Working as an EMT
every day, Pinky. Tried to take over the world.
Learn how to cook.
Who said learn how to cook?
That was me.
All right. We're only like a year and a half into the pandemic.
I'm slow.
No, me too. I'm gonna learn how to do the dishes after 2 years of pandemic, I think. Anyway, all right. Well, listen, everybody. this is wonderful. And you know, we're going to head back toward normalcy. The world's going to calm down. Hopefully we'll be doing more stuff in person in the future. So this is an open invitation for everything. But just again, on behalf of everybody at MHS, just congratulations on this incredible day, and go forth and conquer. Congratulations, everybody. Take care.
Congrats, y'all. Congratulations, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.